Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we'd like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
Your words moving, turning physical. Your rhetoric is cheap and very typical. Was hoping that the captain was amenable. Feelings like the writing turning spiritual. You can turn it into superior. We never
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we'd like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
Welcome along, everybody, to Agassiz Raceway, and welcome along to round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. Practice yesterday was heating up quick right off the bat with a 2-hour open session for our drivers to eye out this brand new venue and the sick layout here. Promises speedy, flowy tandems, carnage, and amazing battles all throughout the day, so I hope you stay tuned here. In regards to the championship battle, Matt Rizecki picked up right where he left off at Rad Torque Raceway, showing us early on in the practice session that he is the man to watch this weekend. As far as practice goes yesterday, some drivers had some homework to do overnight, some drivers immediately dialed in. One of those drivers, Sean Corskadden, looking hungry again. Maybe we'll see him on the podium. Another driver to mention, the notorious GAB, in a rental car this weekend, with the main car suffering some catastrophic damage after round 1. He's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to keep pace with some of these other drivers out here this weekend. Another driver to keep your eye on, Brett Alexander, hot off the charge of round 1. He looks on point here at Agassiz Raceway. I'm pretty excited to see what he can do today. With that being said, this is drifting. Anything can and will happen. You want to keep your eyes glued to the stream to see who comes out on top this weekend.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell, Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
Welcome down to Spec-D round 2 here at Mission Raceway Park. It's Mr. Justin Dubé, Paulie G, Alex Stein, Johnson.
Big stepper, underground methods, that natural, get the more than the window. Right terror, but they
For the finals, one more time. Let's see if we get a winner here. We do have a decision on the course. Marco Giselle is your 2024 Spec-D champion.
Talking in it, I ain't hearing you. Just let your words move and turn it physical. Your rhetoric is cheap and very typical. Was hoping that the captain was amenable. Feelings left to right, turn it spiritual. You can turn it with purpose and fear, you will never win.
going on? Where are you guys going? Where's your trip?
You know, here, there, everywhere. It's just like every day, it's just something, you know? I can't believe this car just got stuck here and I don't know. Man, who was this jump out?
I don't know what I'm doing. That was a cool stuff. What are you gonna do next?
Not so good.
Hello and welcome everybody to Agassiz Raceway, and welcome to round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. We are almost ready to introduce our drivers to you. Nicole riding shotgun with me. Nicole, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. For those of you not in the know, my name is Tony Kosh, Spec-D TK, once again behind the microphone. But hey, joined by Nicole this time, so that I'm not just out here talking to you and myself. So that's kind of nice. We have had a change to the qualifying order, just a judge's deliberation here. So we will announce that when we do our intros for you. But if we're ready to go, if you guys are ready to go, I think everybody around us is ready to go. So let's, without further ado, let's get on to it, hey? Sound good, everybody?
Sounds good to me.
Excellent. So we're going to start with our top 16 driver introductions. Well, there's actually 17 of them out there. I don't know if you're counting, but that's okay. Qualifying in 17th place today, car number 99 in the Fountain Tire Chilliwack 350Z, it's Shelby Moreau. Qualifying 16th today, car number 150 in the 8A1 Crew E46, it's Ophir Braun. Qualifying 15th today in car number 77, the A10 Motorsports Chevy Corvette, it's Angus Uhas. Qualifying 14th today, car number 736 in the 881 Crew E46, the other one, it's Paul Gracie. Qualifying 13th, car number 257 in the Tire Spot Drift Easy E36, it's Brett Alexander. Qualifying 12th in car number 131 in the Chevy Corvette, it's Spencer Bolt. Qualifying 11th in car number 717 K8 Power under the hood, say hello to Alex Lindsay. Inside your top 10, it is car number 109 in the Hard Knock Stunts S13, Gaston Morrison. Qualifying 9th today, car number 382 in the Nitrous Outlet Ford Mustang, it's Carlton McDonald. Qualifying 8th today, car number 97 Triple S Motorsports S14, it's Marco Tassone. Qualifying 7th in car number 395 in the E-Factory E46, Jamie Tedesco. Qualifying 6th place, car number 133 in the TMR S13, Tyler Mayer. Inside your top 5, car number 721 in the Gas EG Contracting S14, the notorious GAB Gabriel. Qualifying 4th place, car number 69 in the Lord Co Racing 350Z, it's Matt Rusecki. Your 3rd place qualifier here today, car number 142 in the Helmies Pierogi E46, it's Dakota Jansen. Qualifying 2nd place here today, you saw him spill it into the wall, but came back with an absolutely phenomenal run, car number 86 in the Boost Factory .ca BRZ, it's Sean Corskadden. And your 1st place qualifier in the Rev Performance Reppin' Raceworks 180SX. It's a small one, it's a big one. It is Jesse Foote. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your qualifying drivers for Spec-D round 2. Let's show them some love. Woo! Yay! All right. We ask at this time, please, if you could stand and remove your caps for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. And keep the applause going. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Short moment's notice there. Apologies, my friend. That is your anthem. There is one thing left to do, and that's to get these hot rods fired up. So, drivers, if you could oblige, please. Audience, we're going to need your help, though, as you guys can see how fast these guys move on foot. Not too quick. But we'll get them there. You guys ready to see some drift cars? Make some noise. Drivers, you guys ready to use some drift cars? Make some noise. Awkward. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. A little off time, but that's okay. So we're going to back it up a second here. Initially, we did report that Sean Corskadden was your number one qualifying, but we actually went back, looked over the points, and you know what? Mistakes were made. It's actually Jesse Foote on pole position today, and Sean Corskadden in P2. Not too much of a change in terms of the brackets, but that is the updated order. Came down to style points, so they found Jesse just a little bit more stylish. So the mountains will soon be alive with the sounds of mayhem here, courtesy of the Spec-D Drift Series. I'd like to shout a big shout out to Kalen and the Cats. Hope you guys are watching. Chester, it's not time to be fed yet. Not on this time zone, buddy. I'd like to give a big shout out to the newlyweds, Chris and Maddie Pollard. Big love to you guys. Big heart. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, Chris, you're probably watching. I can't imagine Maddie cares. But big hello. A lot of love to you guys. Can't wait to get back home and celebrate with you guys. And we've already spilt the drone. Oh, no. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Dustin. I know he's just right across from me, but hey, bud. How you doing? Excellent. Yeah, you go back to work. The Spec-D Drift Series is a Formula D Pro Spec licensing partner, brought to you in part by Zestino Tires Canada, Devotion Tire, Grip Royal, Augmented Racing, GB's Power Center, 110 Hobbies, Kinetic Signs, Fish Racing Tech, Electric Media, Drift Enthusiast Magazine, Still Real Productions, Buddha FPV, and Yellow Speed USA. The stream made possible by Still Real Productions with enhancement by Electric Media, Buddha FPV, and all of the key players. Saturday, special plays, special players. Everybody's in place. We are ready to get into the top 16. Nicole, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome today. I mean, what could be better? A nice, beautiful, sunny Saturday out of the track amongst these mountains. I mean, you can't ask for more. We had a great qualifying session this morning. Really tight bracket. Everyone was just running their best that they could, and they came to play.
Couldn't agree more. I think, like we were saying at the top of the show, there's going to be no easy battles, I think, into the top 16, as our first battle is going to be Ophir Braun versus Shelby Moreau. Both these guys trying to battle in for that 16th spot because they are respectively your 16th and 17th place qualifier. So we'll see who we get out of that one. We're just going car hunting here. Just As is the business of herding cats, sometimes it's a little hard, sometimes it's pretty easy, but generally it's pretty hard. And no exception today. So we'll get there. We'll get Mr. Ophir back out on track. I don't know if he can. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. If you've been liking all of the music you've been hearing, well, that is the LB DJ. Always replicated, never duplicated. Say what's up and cuckoo cachoo to the walrus to my Eggman, Mr. Jeremy Raspberry. Everybody over 40 loved that joke. Everybody under is looking around like, what? If you like what you hear, Nicole has been the better voice of the two, and the guy who's been annoying you all weekend long, that's me, Spec-D TK. Check us out on the socials.
And I'm just here to give everyone's ears a break from you.
Oh, there we go. You have the most relieving job here. I'm sure we all thank you.
You're so welcome.
So, not trying to make it obvious that we're stalling for time or anything like that, but we are almost ready for our next battle. That is going to be, well, as it turns out, our first battle. We're going to see Ophir Braun and Shelby Moreau. Shelby Moreau, a little bit of issues throughout the weekend. I think you were mentioning car obviously suffered a big hit there towards the end of last season, and today looks a little bit down on power.
Yeah, it seemed that way through practice and through qualifying. Shelby was just struggling a bit to get it high up on the bank, trying to accommodate that with some good line. I mean, he's an incredible driver. Just sounds like things are not quite firing right under the hood of that car.
Bit of a battle of mixed fortunes as well. Ophir finding pace very late into the practice session. His qualifying runs weren't too bad, but unfortunately they are at the lower side of the field here today, but they have a chance to battle their way into the top 16. Of course, we got 17 out of 18 drivers qualifying. We'd like to big shout out to Pat Lee. Unfortunately, just had some engine damage or technical problem as he rolled off the trailer and just wasn't able to compete here in the certified AutoSound 350Z. But always good to see Mr. Patrick Lee in the building. That being said, we are getting the tires warm there on that Chilliwack Fountain Tire 350Z. Shelby Moreau will be going to the lead position. Ophir Braun will be in the chase. No, I got that backwards. Oh, no, they got it backwards, and I just read it wrong. That's all. Yeah, never me. Announcer never makes a mistake. Ophir will be in the lead. Shelby Moreau will be in the chase. We're really starting off on a high note here, guys.
Hey, the only way to go up from here is up. So.
Exactly. Adjust your expectations accordingly. All right. It is with great pleasure to tell you that the cats have officially been herded. We are now all in a row, and we are ready to go. How about you, Agassiz Raceway? You guys ready to go? Well then, without further ado, let's get into this one. And it's lights out and away we go. Officially turning wheels on the battle portion here for Mountain Mayhem. Around 2 is Spec-D. Shelby Moreau pacing Ophir into the coast. Ophir, nice snappy initiation. Gets it up high and nice into the wall. Shelby now starting to dive in. Very shallow on the line. Shelby has to bail out of it to avoid the collision. Meanwhile, Ophir up front doing everything he needs to do. Now filling that second outer zone. Shelby really starting to lag behind here. Ophir grabbing another gear as he goes into that inside clip. Now against that second touch and go as he eyes out that last outer zone. Shelby Moreau now back into the picture and across the line. There we go. Let's look over some of the criteria. So obviously our lead driver looking to make the cleanest qualifying run as possible. It is the chase driver's responsibility to try to mimic him and chase him everywhere he goes into the course. The closer they are, the better it looks. But as we look to the replay there, that is not what we're looking for Shelby Moreau, as unfortunately the issues start early and they get repetitive throughout the run. But he does clean it up towards the end, but it does put the advantage over to Ophir. So here we go. Second part of the run ready to go. Shelby Moreau going to lead Ophir and going to give chase. All right, here we go. Second part of this battle. Shelby in the lead. Ophir going to give chase. Let's see what we get out of this one. Shelby running up the course here. Nice snappy initiation. Much more committed than we've seen out of Shelby all day. This is the time to do it. Ophir just has to keep it close, just has to stay in contention. Meanwhile, Shelby Moreau finally finding that pace that we all knew he had. Filling that second outer zone as we come across that inside clip. Now touching that second touch and go. Shelby Moreau giving the judges something to think about here. Really deep into that last outside zone. Ophir takes another dive at it. And Shelby Moreau and Ophir come across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Shelby and Ophir. So as we look to the replay, that was definitely Shelby's best run of the day. Ophir did everything he needed to keep it right there and be competitive. And the judges do have a decision. All right, moving on to the next round. It's going to be Ophir Braun.
On that one. Great driving, guys. Woohoo!
So Ophir takes the first win of the afternoon here. Very good job. No slouch there for Shelby. Nice to see him get a clean, nice, good run there. Unfortunately, just a little bit too late for Mr. Moreau. That hands the win over to Ophir Braun. He makes the top 16 to go against Sean Korskadin. So it's going to be a little bit of an uphill day for Ophir. But we'll see what he can do.
The next one is Jesse and Ophir.
And for the fourth time, I actually messed that up today at home, who's counting along. It is going to be Ophir versus Jesse Foote. Battle of Fort Mac up here in BC. Let's see what we get. are back in action here and right where we need to be. This is your first official battle of the top 16. Ophir Braun has battled his way in, but now meets our number one qualifier of Jesse Foote. The ref performance, silver suspension, a 180 SX. Ophir definitely has his work cut out for him. But like I was saying earlier, these guys have driven together quite a while, and I think this one should be a good one. So let's see what we get out of this one as light extinguishes, and away we go. Jesse in the lead. Ophir going to give chase. Rolling up through the gears. Nice snappy initiation there for Jesse Foote. Keeping it high and nice tight to the wall is Jesse Foote. Grabs a little more as he grabs a little e-brake to slow it down as we go into that first touch and go. Now hunting into that second outer zone. Jesse gets in there nice and early. Keeping his foot down, full throttle as we go past that first inside clip, hitting and quitting that second touch and go. Now filling that last outer zone. Ophir, meanwhile, jumping up in there, giving the judges something to think about. A very good chase job there from Ophir. Did not lag behind him too far there. Jesse got stretched out a bit on the entry, looking really good. Ophir a little bit midline there, but as that being said, he starts to dive in here. Cuts the course quite a bit to get back into the same postal code there as Jesse Foote, but not too bad. A little bit of compromise, I think, from Ophir in his chase position. Meanwhile, Jesse looking very strong out front. No wavering, no wobbling. Basically a picture-perfect qualifying run. That is ideal. That is what you like to see. Now we're going to switch it up. Ophir will go to the lead. Jesse's going to give chase. Let's see what we get out of this one. Lights extinguished. Here we go. Let's see what Jesse, how he plays this one. Doesn't want to give Ophir too much room. Ophir, nice snappy initiation here. Looking very committed, giving Jesse a really nice line to dive in on here. Jesse, meanwhile, holding a really good distance here, going everywhere that Ophir is. Ophir absolutely lighting the track up right now. A little bit late to that second outer zone as we come into the midway part of the course. Transitioning past that first inside clip. Ophir looking strong. Jesse Foote trying to pick a place to dive in here. Looks like he nails it. Gets up to the door of Ophir and across the line for Ophir and Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to Ophir and Jesse. Moving on to the next run is Jesse Foote gets the win.
On the track with Ophir and Jesse Foote is going to get the win in that lap. Great job.
right, here we go. Second battle of the top 16. This is going to be Marco Tassone versus Carlton McDonald. Triple S Motorsports S14 to your left. Nitrous Outlet Ford Mustang to your right. As we get set, lights extinguished, here we go. Both these gentlemen trying to make inroads on that championship, trying to chase down that FD Pro Spec license. Got to get out of the top 16 if they want to do it. Huge entry for Marco Tassone. Unfortunately, just takes a little bit of the wall. Tries to reinitiate there. Got a little bump in the rear as well. Oh, man. We'll have to check out the replay here. It looks like a little bit al dente for Marco here. Just snaps it in a little late. Hits the wall way before the zone there. Was definitely super committed, but I think that's going to go down to Marco for causing the fault there. Oh, man. Not what we were looking for Marco Tassone today. Did not give Carlton a lot to work with there. We're going to back up that replay and check that out again. So as we check out the replay, yeah, it looks like Marco just a little bit late past those 3 standing cones. We want to initiate by that last standing cone, and Marco was, well, he was initiated, but he was initiated the wrong way. And I think, yeah, they are going to take a 5-minute call on that. So yeah, just as we look over the live picture there, we got Corey checking in with his driver Marco there. Marco just, I think, initiates at the wrong point there.
You having fun? What? You are what?
All right, we have our next battle on deck here. Marco Tassone is calling his competition 5-minute timeout just to double check over the Triple S Motorsports S14 there. As you saw, he took that back left into the wall pretty hard there, so hopefully hasn't bent anything. Just not too sure if it was a bit of a shimmy initiation or what, but the judges have deemed that there was no collision between Carlton and Marco. It was a self-fault there for Marco, unfortunately. So we got a pretty good one coming up here. This is going to be Brett Alexander versus Matt Ruzecki. Matt Ruzecki right now your current championship leader. Brett Alexander could make some ground here in the Rookie of the Year race if he's able to get by a very tough competitor, Matt Ruzecki. But like we saw from round 1, if you have a good lead run, Brett can follow. So let's see what we get out of this one. Yay, drifting drama. So, here we go. Matt Ruzecki and Brett Alexander on the line, ready to go. Your Lord Court Racing 350Z will have the lead. Your tire spot number 36 will be in the chase position. Nice drop-down shot here by the start chicane. See exactly what the drivers are navigating. No cones hit. We got a clean start out of this one. Here we go. Watch Matt on the way in. Firing it in from a long way back is Matt Ruzecki. Brett Alexander, meanwhile, trying to find some ground. Grabs a little bit of left foot brake, trying to get onto the same line. Nice big dive now from Brett. Matt, meanwhile, up front, looking picture perfect. Nice transition behind him for Brett. Brett trying to lock into the quarter panel of that Lord Court Racing 350Z. Brett Alexander absolutely following everywhere Matt Ruzecki is going. This is what we came for. This is Spec-D. This is the hype. Nicole, your thoughts?
Matt is the man to beat this weekend. As Tony said, leading our championship in points currently. So it doesn't matter who he drives against. We know that that other driver is going to be right on his door, and Brett gave him no room. We're going to see how they can turn things around in their second lap here. What do you think, Tony? What do you think of that run?
So I'm really happy with the chase job there from Brett Alexander. Did a really good job to follow Matt everywhere through the course. I think he set himself up here with a really good opportunity, but Matt is no slouch in that chase position. I know he's been waiting all weekend long to have a great chase, and I think he's about to get his wish right here. So Agassiz makes some noise here. Brett Alexander's going to have to pull it all out of the bag if he wants to end the championship run of Matt Rusecki early here. Matt is definitely going to be doing everything to prevent that. So I think we're about to see possibly the run of the day thus far. Don't want to jinx it.
It's early in the day.
It is early in the day.
But I think you might be right.
I think this one's going to be a big one.
This is going to shake up the rest of the day.
Kind of sets the pace, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And Brett's been looking really good in practice and qualifying. He's been running fantastic all morning, so let's see how they do here.
So here we go as we fire in from the line. Brett Alexander in the lead. Matt Rusecki going to give chase. Brett firing it in. Matt right on cue. A little bit lower line there for Brett, but Matt adjusts perfectly to it. Brett now trying to extend, get out to that first touch and go, leaving Matt nice enough room behind him. Look at Matt Rusecki on that transition though. Paper thin between them. Little bit of a gap here starting to form. Brett finding another gear here. Matt dropping back just a little bit as we go into that last outside zone. Oh, wow. Not what I had expected. So I think as we look back to the replay here, very nice run up from both gentlemen. I think Brett comes across the track. He's a little bit lower of a line, so you have to give the lead over to Matt already. But after this point, Brett just walks the car up the bank and just locks in. Look at this. Perfect. Boom. Into that first touch and go. Nice transition into that second outer zone. Matt, meanwhile, trying to search for a little bit of room to dive in here. Drops angle there. Almost drops out of drift as they go shooting for that inside clip. Oh, man. As we see that on the truth serum, as some famous Formula Drift announcer would say. Wow. Drama everywhere you look on this one.
Oh, there's drama, but I'm seeing thumbs up in the cars, smiles from the drivers. They're just out here having a good time driving with their buddies, and a little competition comes into play as well. But just waiting to hear back from what the judges think and get the scores in on this one. Fans in the stands, what did you think of those runs? Can we hear some noise?
So we do have a decision popping up on the screen here. And moving on to the next round. Ooh. It is going to be Matt Rusecki. Matt Rusecki takes the win, but crucially there, Clinton did vote for a one more time. Matt Rusecki. Man, fantastic showing there for Brett. He almost takes Matt Rusecki to a one more time. So close, inch close, Sean says. Oh man, I'm heartbroken for it, but that was an exciting run. Nicole, any thoughts on that one?
My mind is blank. I'm just in awe of the driving today. Tony's up here just throwing me off, showing me some weird pictures. It's a podium shot of somebody with their champagne spraying, which is really what we're looking forward to tonight. And we want to see who's going to be on that podium spraying each other in champagne. And Matt Rusecki is on his way there because after a run like that and a win under his belt, advancing into the next round, I think he's headed for greatness.
Mr. Ryan made a really good point here. That's the spotter for Jesse Foote. If Brett Alexander had a little bit higher of a qualifying position today, I think he could have got deeper into competition.
Yeah, every second counts when the guys are out on track here. This is why they're always putting out their best on each qualifying run, even though they do get two. You don't want to sleep on it. You always want to come best foot forwards because at the end of the day, it could come down to 1 point.
So our next driver's on deck here. This is Gabriel and Mr. Spencer Bolte. I think this one's going to be an interesting one. I don't know if these drivers have ever driven with each other, so a little bit of unfamiliarity here. Speaking of, Gab in a new-to-him car this year, or this round anyways. Had a bit of a wiring issue with his normal competition BRZ, but hey, picked up this S14 on the way here, and so far has jumped into it and looked quite at home in it. Spencer on the other side here, going to give him some pace as we come off the line. Here we go, Gab firing it in. The lead position, full throttle there for Gabriel, but look at Spencer trying to dive in there. Ooh, going in for the door bang. Gab just avoids it. Nice transition here. We fill that second outer zone, past that first inside clip, now going into that first touch and go. Woo. Very good first opening run here between Spencer and Gab. So judges pointing out a little bit of a bobble there for Spencer in the chase position. Meanwhile, out front, nice opening volley here from Gab. Second place finisher at round 2, trying to keep those championship hopes alive, competing for the license, doing everything to make it happen, including picking up this S14 here. But not a bad showing from Gab thus far. Spencer now will go to the lead position. Gabriel's going to give chase. And away we go. Spencer coming out swinging. Nice snappy initiation there. Gabriel going everywhere where Spencer is. Look at the proximity here from Gabriel. Shaken nor stirred nor deterred. Wow, nice big dive in of angle there for Spencer. Gabriel meanwhile keeps it clean. Oh, gets in there to the door of Spencer. Gives him the door bang. Tries to go in for more for the kill shot. Spencer shuts it down. Wow. 1,000% aggression from the notorious GAB, and that's leaving Spencer a little bit bented up. As we check out the replay here, man, look at Gab quick to the door of Spencer. Spencer meanwhile doing everything he needed to do in that lead position, giving him nice space there for Gab. Gab drops back a little bit, lets him transfer in, and look at this, man, just grabs that gear and just doink right in the door. Doesn't allow Spencer to transition and tries to get right back into it. You know what? Just for good measure, takes out the other side of Spencer as well. Meanwhile, Gab will finish out the course. Spencer shuts it down. I'm not too sure if he had the space to transition or not. Judge is calling for the replay one more time here just to check it out. So the point of contention here is where the contact happens. Definitely, you can't fault Gabe for being super aggressive because it's what we like to see, but we're just trying to debate if Spencer had the room to transition or not. Kind of hard to transition when you have an S14 right there in your quarter panel, but Gabe does a really good job here. Look at that, just dives out of the pocket, gives Spencer the room, and right there dives right back in. But at the point of contention here, they're wondering if Spencer went in too far deep and didn't give himself enough space, but it kind of looks like Gab was transitioning a little bit early, just as the car started to come across. That's where the point of contact is made. One of those situations where I'm really happy I'm not a judge. Like to give a big shout out to Mr. Jesse Robles. That was definitely the schlonker, buddy. That was that for sure. Big shout out to the Hot Lettuce GP team. Want to congratulate us on our Nürburgring 24-hour race win. Good job, us. A little pat on the back. Nice. Look at that. Drop an iRacing reference in the middle of the Spec-D stream. Multi-talented, as they say. So we got finger pointing, we got arguing, we got it all up here in the judges' stands as they're trying to figure this one out. And moving on to the next round is Spencer Bolte gets the win. We're going to just wrangle in Sean Hardham here really quick. Haven't had a chance to talk to you in a bit, my friend. Let's go back through that contact here. If maybe the live stream can pop it up one more time. What were you guys looking at there?
We were just really checking to see. We wanted to see like if Spencer had slowed up enough to cause the contact where Gabe bumped him in outer zone 2. So we wanted to just see if there was an e-brake in it. Obviously here when we're watching the run back on the live stream, Spencer's low, Gabe's doing a great job of proximity. So for me right now, I have the advantage going to Gabe. Spencer does fill the touch and go 1 a little deep past the touch and go 2. But he's back on throttle here. We were looking for an e-brake, but we didn't see it. The tires are just turning. He's on throttle. And it almost looked like Gabe straightened up a little bit and gave him a tap, which caused Spencer to shut it down, and just another little contact there. So it's really unfortunate. You know, there is a contact coordinate, but for me, we were just looking at that one little thing. You know, its mistake is always to take guys out.
I think that clarifies it. Thank you very much, Mr. Schott. In a game of inches, all it takes is a few feet just to go wrong. And that is what happened there. So Spencer Bolte gets the win there. All right, here we go. The other side of Marco Tassone and Carlton McDonald. If you recall, Marco unfortunately taking it into the wall caused a little bit of a collision there with Carlton. He was able to check over his car, make sure it's good. You can see the damage it done there to the back of that Triple S Motorsports S14. Not the run I was hoping for Marco, and I'm sure he's swearing under that helmet too. But let's see if he can't just give the judges something to think about it. He's going to be 100% on full attack, full hunger here. Let's hope Marco can turn it around. Hasn't been a kind 25 championship defending season for him this weekend so far. Just a tough one, but Carlton also no stranger to danger here. Pretty tough customer. Let's see what we get as we come into the course. Nice snappy initiation for Carlton McDonald. Marco Tassone trying everything he can to work up to the door of the nitrous outlet, almost passing the Mustang as we come into the field. Little bit of collision on that front axle, but Marco keeping it clean now. Really just putting that Triple S S14 everywhere he can. Trying to do everything, throwing it everything in the kitchen sink at it. Trying to keep up to Carlton McDonald. Trying to force it one more time. Meanwhile, Carlton McDonald doing everything he needed to do in the lead position. What a heck of a chase run from Marco Tassone. What a heck of a lead run from Carlton McDonald.
Holy smokes, that is what we like to see. A little bit of a mind-blowing run here where Marco is not giving an inch to Carlton as they chase around the track. Marco knows what's up. He's a defending champion from last season, so he knows where to put his car and he knows what he needs to do to try to push for that one more time.
Oh, man. I mean, Nicole said it the best. That shows you why Marco is your defending champ, but I think just the mistake there in the first run, a little bit too much to overcompensate for. We're going going to have the winner announcement for you as it pops up here. Moving on to the next round, it is going to be Carlton McDonald. Carlton McDonald gets the win. Marco Tassone will have to shut it down there. Unfortunately, Carlton McDonald will advance to the top 8, and that is the end of the weekend for the Triple S Motorsports.
Nothing wrong with a little celebration. I mean, when you know that you're finished for the weekend, you might as well run off those last sets of tires. Hey, Tony.
You know, you can definitely see the emotion behind a burnout sometimes, and I think that one definitely was going into the red, if you will. I know Marco, very dedicated guy, super passionate behind the wheel. The results just haven't come this year, and it's pretty heartbreaking to watch. But I know Marco can clean it up here, and I'm sure he'll be back in top form in no time.
Yeah, it's tough because these guys put everything they have into these programs, and they drive out here. They're super committed. So when things don't go your way, it's kind of hard to stomach that.
All is fair in love and motorsports, as they say. But yeah, just another tough day for the Triple S crew. Like to shout, big shout out to all of them. You know, big fans. Corey, my laughing twin. You can tell when we're both here, if you can hear us both laugh, so. So, as we are ready with our next battle on deck, well, that is Sean Korskadin, if you look at him from a different angle. And chasing him will be Angus Uhas. This will be a pretty fun one, I think. Both drivers here just down for that grassroots flair, man, so I'm really excited to see what we get out of this one. As Sean Korskadin starts it off squirrely, starts it off rowdy. Rolling burnout into the course for Sean Korskadin. Oh my goodness! There's no walls left unsafe. Big swing in there for Sean Korskadin. Angus Uhas doesn't know what to do with it. Sean Korskadin not leaving any straight bits left on this car. Nice dive in there for Angus Uhas, trying to give us something to think about as we wrap in. Oh my God, we're playing bumper cars across the line. Ouch, my brain. Ouch, my brain.
Sean's like, walls? What walls? I forgot I didn't have a bumper anymore.
Oh no. And we're hearing that I think Sean Korskadin may have debeated on this run. And of course, if you're debeated, your car is not in a safe condition to start off that second run. It looks like a tire's on the one side, but it does not look like the tire is on the left side. So I think he may have taken that tire out on that wall drag. Oh, man. So what we're looking at here, the way the rule book is written, it looks like Sean had debeated his tire when he got up into the wall in his lead run. And unfortunately, you can see it now on the live picture as well. That tire, that is rim sitting on ground, so that is a debeat. The way that works is the car is not in safe condition to continue its second run, and that is going to hand the win over to Angus Uhas. All he has to do is pull up to the line and start. And it looks like, further dramas as well, as there's a little bit of fluid starting to leak now from the back of Sean Korskadin's car. I think it's just water. Man, heartbreaking. That's sometimes the way she goes, Nicole.
That's definitely not the way you want to go out, especially after Sean went into the wall earlier this morning and him and his team worked super hard to get this car back out on track. Yeah, it does kind of sit heavy in your stomach to go out on a D-beat on your first battle of the competition, but it does explain a lot of the things that we were watching happen through the inner field. Angus Uhas is a experienced driver on this track. He's a local boy. He's been out here tons, so he's a fantastic driver and knows what to expect on this track, but he seemed like he couldn't quite figure it out behind Sean, and this explains a lot of that.
Definitely pretty tough track to navigate with only 3 wheels on the wagon. But I mean, man, how committed was Sean Kersadin though? Like, he was fully committed. I think that tire was debeated basically as soon as he touched the wall the first time. And to make that crazy of a run essentially on 3 tires, I think was wicked. But the way the rule book is, Angus Juhas will take a massive victory here. And I mean, I gotta say, if you're Matt Rusecki right now, you've just watched P1 and 2, or P2 and 3 drop out of the championship.
Yeah, that's right. So like we were saying earlier, there is no battle to snooze on in this competition today. We have no idea how this is going to shape up, and that's the joy and love of drifting, is anything can happen. The brackets can be shaken up at any time, and you know, those big players that you expect to end up on top may not by the end of the day.
All right, so Angus Juhas is going to finish up the second half of this run. All he has to do is just leave the start gate, and with that, he is officially moving on with his battle from Sean Kersadin. I know Sean's going to be on hand here for the Spec-D Pro Bro Down, and he'll be having lots of fun. So we're going to step back and let you, Angus Juhas, play your solo session here.
And let's make it official. 1, 2, and 3 votes are in, and the win goes to Angus. Not the way you want to win, not the way you want to lose, but that's racing, and we're going to take it where we can get it. Angus is going to head back to the pits and get ready for his next battle. We're going to find out who he's going to be going up against once these 2 next drivers leave the line.
All right, Jamie Tedesco and Gaston Morrison up next. This should be a pretty fun one. Another local pair of BCDA drivers ready to throw it down here in Spec-D competition. Jamie Tedesco looking for some success. Gaston as well. As we come into the entry together, look at Gaston wasting no time getting up to the door of that E-Factory E46. Meanwhile, Jamie out front. Really nice arc through that first touch and go. Ooh, late on the transition for Jamie. Gaston. Absolutely amazing job to just behind him, and now diving in on that later section of the track. Gaston Morrison and Jamie Tedesco. Woo!
Woo, is right. Nice clean run from both of these drivers. As you said, both local boys. They know each other really well. They've driven together a ton. So they pretty well know what to expect and understand each other's driving styles really well, which comes into play in a lot of different ways in a competition like this, because you're going up against someone who may or may not know what your next move is going to be, or they think they do. And that can mean that you're trying to throw some extra, pour some extra angle on, or get a little extra speed that they might not expect. So we got to see what these guys are going to do in their second run. They're going to swap positions. We've got Gaston in the lead.
As we switch him around, Gaston in that lead position now. Jamie going to give chase. It's a pretty close one so far.
What hasn't been close today?
Very true. They're all tough. So here we go. Gaston firing it in. Nice snappy initiation for Gaston. Jamie, meanwhile, jumping up to the door. Gaston starting to get a little bit of a distance, but just as I say that, Jamie has found the inroads there up to the door. Much cleaner, you got to say, in that lead run for Gaston right here in this section. As they transition, go across that front inside clip. Now Gaston really starting to pull the gap on Jamie Tedesco. As we come across the line, about 3 car lengths between them. Very good job for Gaston in that lead position.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to see that much of a gap between these two boys, because as I said, they do know each other quite well. They know each other's driving styles quite well, and they're both incredible drivers who are not afraid to stick it on the door. So that's not at all what I was expecting to see today.
So you got 2 local BC drivers. Fans, pick a favorite. What a responsible audience. Good job. Make some noise for Jamie Tedesco. Make some noise for Gaston Morrison. Awesome run between the two gentlemen here. Judge is getting it tabulated up here. And your winner, Gaston Morrison, will move on to the top 8.
We're seeing these drivers cheer each other on, big smiles. That's what we like to see, lots of camaraderie out here. In the burnout box. There they go. Oh, I think Jamie's looking for some double donuts. In the burnout box right now, pulling up to the line, we've got Dakota Jansen in the Helmies Pierogies E46, and right behind him we have Pauly G.
You're getting it. You're getting it. Exactly how we'd say it. Well, we got the pierogi man up front and a man who loves a pierogi in the chase position. So let's see if he can't chase down those pierogies and get himself top 8 appearance here for Pauly G versus Mr. Jansen. Very excited to call this one. All right, here we go. Pauly G going to give Jansen a chase run. And remember here, Dakota Jansen starting things off on fire here up on the wall. Pauly G trying to find some inroads here, trying to get the pierogi, trying to get the win. Mr. Jansen showing you why he was in a three-way tie for first place qualifying out front, though, as he fills that second touch and go. Now filling that last outer zone. Look at the dive in there for Paul Gracie. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. I'd say that's some hungry driving there from Pauly G, but I feel that's almost too punny.
We're really pushing those pierogies, but I think it's because we love them so much.
Guys, I just got to come out and say it. If you haven't tried the Helmies pierogies, go do that.
They're mini. You can't. It doesn't get better than that. Mini anything is better. Well, in terms of food. Dakota out in the lead there, definitely on a high because he's coming off of, like Tony said, a three-way tie for a first place qualifier, as well as a second place win last weekend in the Grassroots Series. Dakota definitely has some extra confidence under his belt. Let's see how he does in the chase here.
All right. Mr. Gracie, the lead run is yours, sir. Let's see what you got for us. Dakota Jansen, meanwhile, looking to advance into the top 8 in his first Spec-D competition. He's got to get past the infamous Pauly G. Paul Gracie firing it in nice and high on the wall. Look at Dakota Jansen immediately up to the doors of Paul Gracie. Oh, wow, big left foot break there for Jansen in the chase position. Huge transition for Pauly G up front. Jansen sticking with it. Like sour cream all over those pierogies. He is going everywhere Pauly G is right now. What a fantastic battle. What a fantastic run. Make some noise for Paul Gracie and Dakota Jansen.
Whew, I think this is going to be a tough one for the judges. Neck and neck the whole way through. Very few mistakes from both of these drivers. Fans, this is what we like to see. This is what's exciting, but this makes it a really tough call for the judges. I think we're going to take a few minutes here that they're going to have to deliberate and have a few words to decide on which driver is going to get this win.
You know, it's another one of those situations. I think it's the third time I've said it today already, and we haven't even made it out of the top 16, but I'm really glad I'm not a judge. I think they were nominating me for the judge in the live chat. Just please don't put that on me, guys. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got some door marks there on the Helmies Pierogies. I think that's Paulie G with the door bang. And we do have a winner out of this one. Moving on to the first top 8 of his career. It's Dakota Jansen getting the win. Paul Gracie. Oh, man, Paulie G, it was looking good for him. What a fantastic drive for Paul. He's getting better and better each time out, man. I know success is coming close for the 881 crew driver there. We're having to do double doty up here in point as well. So that is Jansen moving on to the top 8. Paulie G. Oh, man. Well, maybe get himself some pierogies. Oh, man, I like that battle. I would watch that again happily. That was awesome.
That was an incredible battle, and yeah, definitely lots of X factor there. One of my favorite things about these events, unfortunately, it means that somebody has lost their battle. But the part I do love is when they put on a display at the end and they give us figure eights, they give us donuts. That's what it's all about. They're out there having a good time. Often they're cheering each other on because, like I said earlier, they're just a bunch of bros out here just wanting to drive and have fun. It just happens to be a competition.
It was once written in the scriptures that girls just want to have fun, but contrary to the evidence, I believe the boys just would like to have fun as well. So here we go, next battle on deck. We got Mr. Tyler Mayer going up against Alex Lindsay. KA versus JZ. KA swap the world. Come on, where my KA 24 people at? Make some noise. The one guy I was talking to earlier. Hell yeah, buddy. Let's go.
Where's Team JZ? Come on.
All right, Tyler Mayer firing it in nice and high up onto the wall. Oh, man, look at that. Alex Lindsay, though, is keeping right with him. These guys pit together, been trading stories all weekend long, and now they're trading paid out on track. Whoa, nice dive in there for Alex Lindsay. Tyler Mayer, meanwhile, not phased in that lead position as they mow over that front inside clip. Now finishing off the second half of the run. Tyler Mayer. Whew. Haven't seen him in Spec-D competition in a while, but he did not skip any beats.
During practice and qualifying this morning, we were watching the drivers do some of their solo runs and seeing a lot of really tight transitions, especially on this track that's a little bit smaller than a lot of them are used to. I've been so curious what these tandem battles were going to turn out like, and no disappointment here. Right on each other as they transition through the course, giving them no room to breathe. Right on the door. Oh, and looks like we are ready, lining up for our second run.
You think these guys are excited to run? They got back to line pretty quick.
That's the fastest one I've seen all day.
Not saying, just saying. All right, so here we go. Second half of Alex Lindsay and Tyler Mayer on deck. Interesting note to point out here. Tyler Mayer staggering the start just a little bit here. Maybe he's underestimating the KA. Maybe he's just assuming exactly what we all know.
That 2Js are better, yeah, I know.
You'll never hear it from me. But
you're not wrong, Nicole.
It's okay. So Alex Lindsay going to be in the lead. We got Tyler Mayer in the chase position. Here we go, all S chassis battle. Alex Lindsay fires it in. Nice initiation there for Alex Lindsay. Very good chase there from Tyler Mayer thus far. As we start to angle into that first touch and go, both drivers navigating this well. Good transition to that second outer zone. Huge wide swing for Alex Lindsay. That gives Tyler Mayer all the business to jump up into and take that door for a ride. Look at Tyler Mayer. He cannot even put a piece of paper between them as they come across the line with a little extra door bang. Tyler Mayer and Alex Lindsay has just given us all something to cheer about. That's your cue, audience. That's where you cheer. We'll work on it. Going well.
You guys seem a little sleepy over there, and I don't know how you could be after these last few battles. They've been keeping me on the edge of my seat that I am not sitting on because I'm standing all day.
Man, what a great chase from Tyler Mayer. They're loving those live drone shots. You can see him just all up in the pocket there. And you see a little door tap there, too. You love that. So we're, judges are queuing up a replay here. Not too sure what they're looking at. Been kind of just too busy making jokes here, not really paying attention. My bad. Can't fault me for having a good time either, guys. Come on now. We like it when the announcers have a good time. It's better. Speaking of a good time, and I haven't bothered them all event long, cuckoo to the walrus of my Eggman. Jeremy, how are you doing over there, buddy? Excellent. I mean, it's my favorite view because I can look across and see you, so I love that. Yeah. Can we... Oh, we do have a decision here. Got to work. 1 second, Jeremy. And moving on to the next round, it is going to be Tyler Mayer taking the win. Tyler Mayer gets the win. The mayor of Mayerville. That's really horrible. We tried. We'll put that one back. And with that, that's your top 16 done and dusted.
Done and dusted. I just had to take a nice deep breath and process what just happened there.
I agree. We have seen quite the dramatic top 16. I don't think we've had that one quite dramatic for quite some time, but hey, we welcome it. So next battle we got online. This is going to be Jesse Foote versus Carlton McDonald to start off our top 8. Jesse Foote sitting outside of the points contention with obviously that spill in round 1, taking no points from the weekend. And I have some very bad news for you. The pierogies are done. So, dang.
If you snooze, you lose.
You either pierogi or you pierog don't, I guess, on that one.
I was going to say pieroged out, but...
Pieroged out?
Yeah, pierogied, pieroged out.
That's why they hired you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ugh. As we can hear the groans from across the stand.
I'm funny. Ask my husband. Maybe don't. Maybe don't ask him. Don't find him.
All right, here we go. Starting off the top 8 battle, Jesse Foote in the lead. Carlton McDonald getting a chase as we come ripping through the course here. Let's see what we get. Nice snappy initiation for Jesse Foote. Right up tight to the wall and already starting to make a big gap on Carlton McDonald. But now Carlton starting to fire in towards that door. Look at the angle of Jesse Foote as he swings it from left to right. Now filling that second outer zone, Carlton McDonald. Wow, almost taking the bumper with him as they mow over that front inside clip. A little bit of wavering for Jesse in that lead position. Meanwhile, Carlton McDonald absolutely dialed since the word go. Woo.
Carlton giving Jesse lots of room there as they come into the first outer zone. Not what I expected to see from him, but as they came through the inner field, he definitely tightened it up and maybe a little bit of a love tap as they came transition into outer zone 2. I'm not quite sure. We're going to have the judges look at that on a replay. But nice snappy transitions, and they kept it tight through the infield, really punching that center cone inner clip, and then carrying it through the outer zone. And back to the line for these two. Switching positions. Let's see what Carlton can do with that clean air out front.
All right, volunteer track staff getting cones reset here.
You never know what your job is going to be when you show up to one of these days. You think you're here to just take photos, but we're going to put you to work.
Yeah, if you wear a high-vis vest, good chance you're getting another job.
Oh, excellent form as he jumps over that wall. Definitely a lot better than I was doing earlier
Thanks,
today.
bud. Appreciate you. What's your tag? I can't read that.
We don't have, like, telescopic vision up here.
All right, go follow that guy. All right, here we go. Carlton McDonald in the lead position. Jesse Foote going to give chase. Wow, look at Carlton McDonald. Firing it in now. Jesse Foote has to ride that left foot brake, trying to catch up. Gives himself enough space, a little bit of breathing room here. How's he going to handle this transition? Right up to the door again is Jesse Foote. Carlton McDonald, meanwhile, this is a picture-perfect lead run as he comes across that first inside clip. Jesse Foote, a little bit of wavering in that chase position. Carlton. Woohoo! Oh, man. That is what we came to see. So as we look into the replay here, big snappy initiation for Carlton. Jesse just a little bit behind him, but as soon as they jump into that bank, wow, look at Jesse Foote already going to work on the door of Carlton McDonald as we come down into the infield. How did they not hit in that transition? That is crazy close. I like it. So to quote the great Ryan here, it wasn't pretty, but it was something. So there we go. We got a nice replay picture here. Nice little dive in there for Jesse. Looks like he had to drop a little bit of line to make the sacrifice to get up to the door there. Not too bad, though. I think very momentarily, but Carlton McDonald was just, you can't say it, like he was just on another level in his lead position, I think. Really, really good run. I'd even go as far as saying Carlton's best of the weekend so far, right in time. I think he's going to have to throw 120% at it if he wants to move on past Jesse Foote here. But we'll see what our judges think. All right, and the car comes up. And Carlton McDonald is going to move on to your final four. Carlton McDonald gets the win. Make some noise, Agassiz. Make some noise online. Are we still held up on the rulebook debate? Yeah, looks like we are. Okay. Getting smoked out here in BC.
I'm glad that the wind is back to clear out the smoke for our in-house spectators, but I wish it would not blow directly into the judges' tower.
All right. So I think we're just getting some clarification from our judges for the Jesse Foote spotter there. They just want to go over to the note there. Oh, we got the next run coming on deck. We're going to switch our focus to that. This is Spencer and Matt Ruzecki coming in here. Matt Ruzecki, huge opportunity to take a big commanding lead of this championship. Nice firing it in there for Matt Rusecki, but look at Spencer. Up to the challenge, dives into the door. That Lordco Racing 350Z, and unfortunately just loops it as he finishes the contact. Matt Rusecki just has to finish this one clean here as he comes past that first inside clip. Now touching that second touch and go. Finishing up that final outside zone. Oh, man.
Spencer just came in there with everything he's got, throwing all the sauce on this run. And it turns out just a touch too much.
Just a touch too saucy, as they'd say. But no, really like the commitment there for Spencer. I mean, really tough competitor in Matt Rusecki. He knew he had to throw 120% at it, and I think he did. Obviously, traveling over that threshold just a little bit as we see the wheel-to-wheel contact, which basically stops the Chevy Corvette right in its tracks, but as he'll have another chance here to lead. Going back to what I was saying at the top of that battle, Matt Rusecki here, man, he just has a chance now to really dig in and take that commanding lead of this championship. So he wants to play this one perfect with Spencer. He wants to give him space, but he doesn't want to give him too much space. I don't think Matt would ever do a boring run, to tell you the truth.
I don't think he has it in him. I don't think he could do it. He can't hold back.
No. 90% or more. But here we go. Spencer in that lead position. Matt firing it in behind him. Spencer trying to give the judges something to work with. See if he can't throw off Matt Rusecki. Matt doing the smart thing and just hanging back. Awesome job there. Really good lead run from Spencer. Wants to extend the course a little bit. I like it. Kind of like that. I like their end of the run layout. It's very nice. As we turn our eyes to the replays, Spencer putting the car everything where it needed to go. Matt Rusecki, kind of mailed it in. But not too bad. I think Matt did everything he needed to do. Dove in close just to show that he had that, that dominance in that chase position. I think he's got to be pretty happy with that one there.
Has this battle rendered you speechless?
I'm just taking a pause, just thinking about what I was going to say, but no, I'm just kidding. I never think. So, Agassiz Raceway, we having fun? Should we come back to this next year? What do you guys think? If you guys bring a friend with you next year, we'll come back. Does that sound good? So we do have a decision. Moving on to the final four. Matt Rusecki gets the win. Matt Rusecki takes the win. Okay, little commentary pause there as we get some water, collect our thoughts. We just had a little discussion between Ryan and our judges, just clarification of Jesse Foote's calls, but everybody seems to be happy with the decision. Very good sportsmanship we like to see out of our drivers here. We'd like it when our judges aren't too harassed. A little bit's fine, but when you're overbearing, then just go away. Hey, what's going on? What are you doing here, guys? Hey, little drifting? Yeah, sounds like some drifting's coming up. Sounds like, actually, Dakota Jansen and Tyler Mayer are coming up here, so they're just maybe planning their battle here. Take your time, Tyler, whenever's clever, brother. Jeremy, what's going on over there, bud? You know, I felt I needed a little LB DJ in my life.
This might be a wonderful time to thank our sponsors who have helped us come out here today and put this all together. Tony, take us away, because I know you got quite the list you've prepared.
Pretty good. So, Spec-D is a Formula Drift Pro Spec licensing series, of course, made possible by Zestino Tires Canada, Devotion Tire, Grip Royal, Augmented Racing, JB's Power Center, 110 Hobbies, Kinetic Signs, Fish Racing Tech. Your live stream presented to you by Still Real Productions, made possible by Electric Media and Buddha FPV. I'd like to give a special shout out to Drift Enthusiast Magazine as well, and Yellow Speed Coilovers USA. And my personal sponsor, Mr. LB DJ, of course. I can't tell you what he sponsors me for, but just know I'm pretty hooked up.
Bromance.
You know it.
Without these sponsors, we would not be able to do what we do here, so big thanks goes to them. And if there's anything that our live stream viewers or spectators in the house ever need, we would 10 out of 10 recommend that you check out some of these guys and thank them for helping us put this on.
Duber 1R16, hello. I think that's Justin Dubé. I hope that's Justin Dubé, because I miss Justin Dubé. I love you, buddy. I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. Tokyo Collins on the live stream. Oh man, all the alumni coming out of the woodwork for this one. Like that guy. The only better dressed person in Alberta I've seen, other than myself. That's Mr. Tokyo Collins. And I don't dress that good.
I was gonna say, you think pretty highly of yourself, eh?
Announcer's curse. Announcer never dies. So next pair on the line here. This is going to be Angus Uhas and Gaston Morrison. Gaston in the lead position, Angus in the chase. Here we go. Lights out and away we go. Gaston in that lead position. Angus trying to throw it in there. Nice snappy initiation for Gaston. A little bit mid to high line here as we start to speed up as we come into that first touch and go. Good job there for Gaston. Angus Uhas, though, not hanging out. Putting it right there, giving the judges something to think about here. Meanwhile, Gaston finding a little bit of space here into that first or second touch and go, and last outer zone. Gaston Morrison finishing it off strong here. Angus, a little bit of a bobble in the chase there. Not too sure what happened there. As we look into the replay here, very nice lead run so far from Gaston here. As we've touched that first touch and go, Gaston looking pretty picture perfect there, filling that second outer zone very well here. And as we come across the midfield here, looks like a little bit of hang up on the transition for Angus and washes out past that first inside clip. That sets him on a bit of a weird line to hit that second touch and go, and then has to bobble again in that last outer zone. So judges unfortunately taking a look at that one. This is probably going to hand a early advantage over to Gaston. So here we go. Angus in the lead, Gaston in the chase. Let's see how we go. Very nice job past our start chicane here. Nice snappy initiation for Angus Uhas. Trying to dial it in here. Gaston keeping good pace. Reading that transition very well is Gaston in that chase position. Angus a little bit offline, but Gaston mirroring him perfectly across the course. A little bit of a gap to finish off the run, but other than that, very nice set of runs here from Angus and Gaston. So both drivers a little bit low there on that first outer zone. And as we come into the infield here, look at that. Angus transitions a little earlier. Gaston with the perfect lead puts his car right into the pocket. I love that chase driving from Gaston, man. He is looking on another level here. Hasn't podiumed since, I think, 2022 down in EIR. But Gaston, definitely the makings of a really good weekend here for himself. Judges have a decision, and moving on to the next round. Oh, hang on a second. We're actually going one more time. One more time between Gaston Morrison and Angus Juhas. I like it. So that is going to be one more time between Gaston and Angus. Josh McDonald, they are doing really good spin and wheelies, man. They are. Thank you for recognizing that. So here we go. We got Dakota Jansen and Tyler Mayer up next. For my S Chassis versus BMW people at the lifelong battle. Here we go. Nice entry there for Dakota Jansen. Nice and high on the wall, but look at Tyler Mayer. Good lead run, generates a really good chase run, and so far that's what we're getting on track. Tyler Mayer ducks out of the firing line, jumps right back into the other side of the E46. Tyler Mayer really trying to wheel it in Dakota Jansen. Dakota Jansen, meanwhile, up front, getting the, come on, the yalla, come on, let's go. Tyler Mayer basically driving both cars across the line. I love it. Look at this one, though. Look at Dakota in that lead run. It just filling the start of that outside zone perfectly, giving Tyler everything to work with here. This is an awesome job from Dakota in the lead position here, but now look at Tyler Mayer now starting to wing it back in the chase here. Gets that transition right here and sets this one up perfectly. Look at that. Right from the pocket to the trunk to the door. And Tyler Mayer, just perfect. Everything you like to see there. Awesome chase job from Tyler.
Not much more you could ask for anything out of those two drivers. Hey, Tony.
Maybe some pierogies.
Oh, you're too slow. They're out. You're going to have to come back next time and hopefully they bring the truck back.
All right, here we go. Second run, Tyler Mayer and Dakota Jansen. Dakota got some ground to make up here, I think. Let's see what Tyler can do in the lead position. Awesome initiation there for Tyler Mayer. Dakota Jansen wheeling it back in for the E46 people. Nice transition. Tyler Mayer maybe a little bit stronger in that lead position. Dakota doing everything that he can to stick up to the side of that TMR S13. But Tyler is one tough customer in the lead position. Oh, man. Okay. I like that. Can we just do that?
These guys are not done. They're not giving it up. They're just having way too much fun out here. I mean, heater after heater, both of these guys all day long, and getting to see them run together is definitely a treat.
Oh, man, fantastic run. We're just, oh, look at that. Ryan has been dispatched now. He's now our flag line girl. I like that. He looks good. I like it. Looking good, man. Are you having fun? It's just there for show. I like it. So as we check out the replay here, we can see Tyler in that chase position, man, absolutely lighting it up. I think that might be best chase of the day. I mean, I'm convinced. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the announcer, dude. Nobody tells me nothing. I love that, though. So judges just taking a look at this one, making sure that everybody was on course where they needed to be. And it looks like we do have a decision. Hey, we can see the stream. Hi. Hello. Hi at home. Hey, that's us. Yeah,
hey, team.
Cool. Awesome.
We have faces. We're real people. Imagine that, not just a voice in a box.
Huh. Shocking. Look at Ryan, though. Live stream. Say hi to Ryan. Ryan can't see that, but, you know, here's what it is. Hey, no, sir. You don't touch the cards. You just point at them. So, getting the win, it is going to be... Ooh. One more time, as it turns out. No winner here. So grab some extra pierogies. We're going one more time between Jansen and Mayer.
I mean, I'm not surprised to see that. How do you choose a winner in a battle like that? There was, you know, just mirrored each other the whole way through. Very few mistakes. Again, I think we've said it like 7 or 10 times today, but I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Yeah, no, it seems like at least once a battle, we're getting a chance to sneak that one in there. I know you were making a very well point, and I was just wondering how to work on, hey, how do you put Mayer on a pierogi? But
Mayo?
I don't know.
We'll workshop it.
Something. So we're getting ready for our first one more time battle. That's going to be Gaston Morrison and Angus Juhas. What up? What's that? Couldn't say it better myself. Aw. Hi, Travis at home. I don't know if you're watching, but hi, Travis at home. So it looks like the stream is loving that Ryan has been left out of the... Ryan, they're asking you to find some pancakes. Anyways, we got to work. It is now Carl... Oh, nope. That's Gaston Morrison and Angus Juhas coming into the course here. Really nice initiation for both gentlemen. Look at that gap. Starting to decrease a little bit as Angus making some inroad here. Gaston as we initiate over the hump. Look at that. Really good job past that first inside clip. Much better job in the chase position, you got to say, this time around for Angus Juhas. Trying to battle it back. Fantastic job for both drivers here. So drivers doing a really good job on that set of runs there, as we're going to switch them around here for the second half of this one more time battle. This is a tough one. it's really tough to call.
I hear the judges, talking to each other and looking at every little detail here to try to figure out what they are going to go or which way they're going to go.
So Gaston leaving a little bit of room here off the start line. They do that so that they can time the run up a little bit better, give Angus time to navigate that start chicane, and then hopefully for Gaston's sake, just suck up right to him right on time for the entry here. But let's see what we get out of this one. Lights come on and extinguish, and here we go. Second half of the one more time battle between Angus and Gaston. Let's see what we get. Angus in the lead position. Nice snappy initiation for Angus here. Gaston, meanwhile, dropping back a little bit, but just as I say that, starting to wheel Angus in. Angus now reaching out that first touch and go as they transition from left to right. Gaston still up in the pocket, putting that car everywhere it needs to be. Really nice transition for Gaston here now, really starting to dial into the back of Angus. Angus, meanwhile, everything he needs to do up front, and another good set of runs here, and another hard decision for our judges as we go to the replay. So a bit of a lower to mid line here for Angus. Gaston not shaken nor stirred off of it. Angus does a really good job leaving that first touch and go and sets up a really nice arc here in that second outer zone. That allows Gaston to tag right in on that line. And look at that transition again as we go past that first inside clip. Gaston is absolutely nailing these. A little bit of a gap there starting to form for Angus, but not too much because Gaston right where he needs to be. Fantastic run from both these gentlemen, both BCDA local drivers. Make some noise for him, ladies and gentlemen. You guys like this? There we go, audience. We love it. I love you guys. Thank you. We are just checking out the replay here. Uh-oh. A little extra cooling required there for Angus. So this is the first run here. I think they're just trying to judge who had the better lead around the bank.
Yeah, the judges are really dissecting every little piece here. Like I said earlier, they're reviewing one of the runs here, and in the second run of this battle, it looked like Angus had a little lower angle than I think he probably hoped for. I don't know if that's what they're running over here or if they're looking into some other details, but it's going to take them a second to figure it out here, but I think we might have a decision in.
And that we do. Moving on, it's going to be Gaston Morrison. Gaston Morrison gets the win, but what a showing from Angus Juhas. Both of your local drivers, make some noise, show them some love. Gaston Morrison moves on to the top four. So next battle on deck, this is going to be Matt Rusecki against Carlton McDonald. I think both these guys have been pushing really hard, and that is almost our final four set. So here we go. Matt Rusecki going to lead. Carlton McDonald going to give chase. Matt Rusecki hoping to make it back-to-back wins here in Spec-D 25, but he's got a really tough competitor in Carlton McDonald, I think, here. Couldn't agree more, Lane. Here we go. Matt throwing it in, nice and aggressive, super high on the wall. Look at Carlton McDonald dropping back just a little bit, but staying up on nice and committed to his line. Trying to find a place to dive in here. Look at Matt Rusecki, though. Absolutely lighting those Destino tires up. Oh no, Carlton McDonald, a little bit of a bobble in the chase position as we take out that front inside clip. Carlton trying to do everything to dive back into the door of Matt Rusecki.
I think I'm going to say that's the opposite of a commentator's curse. You called it ahead of time, and what a battle. Both of these guys just running at the absolute limit the entire way around the track, sliding right into the pocket as they come through into outer zone 2, pushing each other around the track. Matt transitions through. Carlton backs off a little bit, but then he dives right back in after he takes out that inner clip, and then they head into outer zone 3, crossing the finish line together.
Outside of that small little bobble there for Carlton, you got to be pretty happy with that, but I can't imagine his spotters being pretty nice to him right now. It's probably telling you, man, you need to do 150% right now if you want to pull one over on Matt Rusecki, because Matt has been a dialed weapon absolutely all weekend long. Like we were saying at the top of the show, from the first practice to now, Matt has been the guy to beat. And let's see what Carlton McDonald can throw at him. He's going to have to throw everything in the kitchen sink. Nice snappy initiation there for Carlton McDonald, but look at Matt Rusecki not even giving it a chance to put it into the judges' hands again here. This is an absolutely committed drive for Matt Rusecki as he dives into the door of Carlton. Carlton doing everything he can out front to try to deter Matt. Matt drops back a little bit. Carlton, huge angle in there. Oh man, Matt getting all up into the business as Carlton. What a run! Agassiz Raceway, make some noise!
Carlton out there giving it his all and pouring on the angle. Matt Rusecki, though, I think I see some lasers coming out of his eyeballs. He is set on that win. We're going to have to see what the judges have to say here. I think they may be asking for a replay on that one.
I wish we had a big screen for you guys so that you guys can see the replay too, because it's pretty sick. Definitely, if you're in here in the building, make sure to check over to the Spec-D YouTube channel and watch this one back on replay. Very cool camera angles, very cool drone angles. It's been a really fun one to call here this afternoon and a really fun one to watch the judges pick apart. So a decision has been made. The lovely Ryan, that's our guy down there, man. That's the pointer guy. He's got the hardest job in the business right now.
He's doing double duty. He's down there communicating with the drivers, running social media. He's doing it all.
Busy guy. So moving on to the finals. Matt Rusecki gets the win. Matt Rusecki has punched his ticket to a back-to-back final appearance here in Spec-D 2025. Carlton McDonald will have the opportunity to fight for third place.
Big smiles on the faces from both of these boys as they light up the track and smoke out the judges' tower. Tony, can you see, or is there rubber in your eyes right now?
Basically, yeah. It's a very conveniently placed tower here. Right where the guys have been doing their peel-outs, we are right above them, so we get to eat all that smoke. So it's nice, you know?
Oh. Extra protein, right?
That's right.
That's what everyone wants.
If it doesn't kill you, it kills you later. So here we go. Your other one more time battle. This is Jansen and Tyler Mayer. I'm very excited for this one. Just getting confirmation that this is Carlton's first Final Four appearance in Spec-D. Awesome, man. Progression is real. So Dakota Jansen trying to do the same against Tyler Mayer here. Dakota nice and high up on that high bank. Look at the angle from Dakota Jansen, but look at the commitment from Tyler in the chase position. Dakota switching it back from right to left. Oh my goodness. Tyler diving in nice on that front inside clip, doing everything he can, gluing himself to the door of the Hellman's Pierogi E46. Awesome job. Woo.
Dakota absolutely getting surgical with his line here, and Tyler right with him, sticking it to the door. That is what we came for. Fans, give it up for these drivers. Do you want to see them go again?
I cannot get over how picture perfect these transitions have been from Tyler Mayer. Just knowing all of the edges of his car and being able to place it exactly where he wants. Look at that. Just nudges up a little bit right to the door there and doesn't exceed the front axle ever. What an awesome chase job from Tyler Mayer.
This is what you get when you bring two passionate, dedicated drivers together. These guys put everything they have into these programs. They show up day after day, work on the cars, wrench on them. What we see here is just a small piece of the puzzle, but they are definitely putting on a show for us today, aren't they, Tony?
Gotta fully agree, and I'm really excited to call the second half of this one more time as Tyler now goes to the lead position. Dakota Jansen, I think if he can make it up here, it'll look really good. Diving in nice and early is Dakota Jansen. Meanwhile, Tyler Mayer, a little bit of a gap out front. A little bit off that first touch and go, but now tightens up that second outer zone. Big angle there for Tyler, but Dakota, meanwhile, riding shotgun in the door as he transitions now perfectly across the back bumper of Tyler Mayer. Right there in the door, right there in the pocket. Agassiz Raceway, blow the roof off this place. That was awesome. Huh. So getting into this one, Tyler with a little bit of an early advantage on that first outer zone. As we leave that first touch and go, this is where Dakota really starts to turn it on here, bailing out right in time to give Tyler the space to transition in front of him. Look at that. Picture perfect right again as he drags the front bumper right across the rear bumper of Tyler Mayer. And now diving in for one more here. Dakota exceeding the line a little deep, but wow, what a run from Dakota and Tyler.
The judges had a hard time deciding on that last battle between these two, and we had to see it one more time. I don't know what they're going to do to decide this one because, again and again, this is just getting tougher and tougher as the day rolls on.
I mean, I'm down to see it again. What do you guys think? Who thinks Tyler Mayer got that one? Who thinks Dakota Jansen got that one? Who was bought off with pierogies?
Me.
Yeah, me too.
I was.
We do have a decision here. And moving on to the finals is going to be Tyler Mayer. Tyler Mayer gets the win. Dakota Jansen will have the opportunity to fight for third place in his first Spec-D event, but he's got Carlton McDonald for company. Both these gentlemen try to stand on their first Spec-D podium. All right, sorry about that. That was actually the final battle of the top 8. So the final 4 is set. We are going to take a second to step away to commercials, grab some waters, grab some beverages. If you're at home, make sure to warm up a snack and get back to the couch because we're about to hit it here with your final 4 action. We got some good battles on both sides of the bracket, and we can't wait to get them to you. We are going to take a step back here, and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we'd like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
words moving, turning physical. Your rhetoric is cheap and very typical. Was hoping that the captain was amenable. Jealous of the ready, turning spiritual. If you can turn it into some fury, you will never win.
What's going on? Where are you guys going? Where's your trip?
You know, here, there, everywhere. It's just like every day, it's just something, you know? I can't believe this car just got stuck here and I don't know. And who was this jump out?
I don't know what I'm doing. That was a cool stuff.
What are you gonna do next?
It's some fuel and then I'm gonna send it.
It's so smooth.
so good.
Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. Hope you've got some chance to get a snack, get yourself a beverage. We are just about ready to bring to you our final four here. Just getting tires on all the vehicles, getting everything all resituated. What a weekend it's been thus far. Some crazy battles, some incredibly close calls, and just all around some awesome action. Very happy with this one at Agassiz Speedway. Not out of voice yet either, so we still got a little bit left in the tank here for your finals. Decidedly looking forward to it though. On one half, we're going to have Tyler Mayer and Gaston Morrison, and we'll have Matt Rusecki. So we'll get some heat into the tires here of Tyler Mayer coming back out on track. This is your, we'll call it 90-second warning to get on back to the TV, get back into the stands. Live chat, how you guys doing? Mark D, is that Mr. Mark Dunbar? I don't know. Hope so. Miss you, buddy.
Any predictions for our finals here, Tony? I know I'm really putting you on the spot. You're not used to it.
No, that's a tough one. I don't want to spoil anything, but pretty happy. It's looking more S-chassis dominated than anything, so that's a good win. I don't know. How about you? Any predictions?
I was really hoping this question wasn't going to come back to me because, with the guys that we have in the top here, it is impossible. Let's just say it's impossible to say who's going to come out on top because anything can happen. All incredible drivers, all incredible cars, super reliable. These guys know what they're doing. So I don't know. I don't think I could confidently pick. I could confidently pick because I could pick any of the three that we're looking at. So
I think that's a pretty fair choice. I mean, we said it at the top of the show too. No easy battles in top 16. No easy battles in top 8. And you know what? Don't think there's going to be an easy battle for the rest of the day.
I did make a call earlier in the day. Was it in qualifying? I said I wanted to see Dakota Jansen and Tyler Mayer. I think that's what I said. So that wish of mine is not going to come true today, unfortunately. But half of it is. Tyler's going to be up there.
Yeah, no, definitely some fantastic runs here. Very excited to go back and watch the stream as Ryan has been joining us back up here again. The live stream loves you, Ryan. Yeah. What do you make of these allegations, sir?
Which allegations? They said that you should mic me up, and I kind of agree. But we got to keep these PG friendly, so I'll be safe.
So we're taking that chance now, and I'm not going to waste my opportunity. I need to ask you about your pancake obsession.
Apparently, I like pancakes a little bit too much, but they're bad luck for Jesse. every time we have pancakes for practice before a comp, we either crash, hit a wall, or break. Sometimes all three.
So what'd you have for breakfast this morning?
I wasn't allowed to have pancakes, so I had a sandwich here, bacon, sausage, and egg sandwich from the track, which was approved by Jesse. So we're good.
Tough on the nutrition, is he?
Yeah, but it has to do something with the maple syrup as well, so I think tomorrow I'm going to get another one, put some maple syrup, and see if the luck is still good.
Okay. You guys going to try to win Pro down tomorrow?
We win practice if we can, let's be honest, okay?
Attaboy. Thank you, Ryan.
I wish you guys could see the look on my face for that conversation, because it was just complete disbelief, because I'm sorry, Ryan,
that was
but
tame.
Waffles are better than pancakes any day. Waffles are better than pancakes. No? No
He's
one?
stunned. Lyricless. He's got nothing. Choke. All right.
He says they'll try the waffles and see if it's good luck. I'm for it, and I guess Jesse's going to have to clear it, but it's got my vote.
No, Paul. I did not call you fat. Just said you like to enjoy a pierogi. That's your words, buddy. More Paulie G, the better, is what I say. You know, looking back on it, too, it was a really good weekend for Paul Gracie, I think, too. Bummer it didn't go his way, but it was so close, man. I think he's plugging away. He's definitely making some huge progress from this season, especially when you look at last season, too. The 4-point great, and he's got a real motor in there now, and it's been going really good. That's what I'm saying, Paul. The pierogies were good. Don't lie to me, bro. It's all good. You can just also come over here and talk, you know. But no, that's all good. Some very good points being made in the live chat. If you can watch it back with the live chat, it's definitely more fun. But hey, the time for play is done. It's time for battles because we got Tyler Mayer and Gaston Morrison online, ready to go. Sean has pointed at him, and the lights are on, and now they're off, so we are ready to go. Tyler in the lead position. Gaston going to give chase. How do you like your JZ? How do you like your LS inside of an S13? Let's find out. Gaston up to the door of Tyler. Has to back it down a little bit. Tyler, meanwhile, nice and smooth arc around that first outside zone as they hit and quit that first touch and go. Now filling out that second outer zone. As we come across that first inside clip, Gaston trying to eye up an attack here, but Tyler, whoa, little bit of a bobble just as I say that for Tyler, allowing Gaston back into the picture. And we got another battle on our hands.
There's also a battle going on in the live chat right now.
Oh, there always is.
Waffles over pancakes. 100%. If you say anything else, you're wrong.
So Tyler doing a really good job in that lead position. Gaston hangs out a little bit there for that first transition, but now just dials it back in as we come across that first inside clip. What happened to Tyler Mayer here? Just kind of exceeded the line a little bit, but checks it up before he goes off on track. So not too bad for Tyler there, giving Gaston a moment to try to claw one back here. And let's see what we get out of the second run here. Gaston in the lead. Tyler going to give chase. And here we go. Gaston in the late position. Tyler going to chase him down. We come to the course. Nice snappy initiation there for Gaston. Tyler trying to find a place to dive in here. Tyler dropping back a little bit. Gaston filling that touching out. Tyler Mayer, oh man, dropping out of it. What happened there? Gaston, meanwhile, keeping it clean out front. And look at that door-to-door action as we come across the line. We'll have to go back to the replay, but what happened here? So Gaston initiates nice and clean. Tyler gets washed up in the bank a little bit, and as he does that, has to collect the car. It looks like he just over angles it, almost dropping out a shot there, and a really big straight in there to try to avoid the wall. Tyler Mayer. Uncharacteristically a bobble in that chase position. One of the better chase drivers here. I think he's really on it. But yeah, like I was saying, very uncharacteristic mistake from Tyler Mayer, possibly having a huge advantage here to Gaston. Attention in the stands, Shelby Westman. We have your debit card, Shelby Westman. We found your debit card. Please come to the announcer booth to claim that. Moving on to the finals. Gaston Morrison gets the win. Gaston Morrison will move to his first Spec-D finals since 22. Tyler Mayer, an opportunity to fight for third. Gaston finds a place in the finals. And once again, Shelby Westman, we are looking for you. We have your debit card up here in the announcer's booth. That's Shelby Westman. So that is your final four set. We're going to have Carlton McDonald against Tyler Mayer for third place. And your final will be Matt Ruzecki versus Gaston Morrison. So we're going to take this chance to step away, pay some bills, and play the ad reel. So make sure to grab one more final snack and a drink as we come back for your finals here at round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.
Your words moving, turning physical. Your rhetoric is cheap and very typical. Was hoping that the captain was amenable. Jealous of the right, turning spiritual. You can turn it into some fury. You will never win.
What's going on? Where are you guys going? Where's your trip?
You know, here, there, everywhere. It's like every day, it's just something, you know? I can't believe this car just got stuck here and, oh no. Who was this jump now?
are backed, just like the sunshine. Maybe wake up your neighbor to the left and right of you. So this is how the event has broken down to get us to this point. As you can see, it's been quite the march here for Matt Ruzecki, coming from the top and working his way all the way to the final. He'll meet Gaston Morrison in the final. But first, we've got to settle out who's going to get third place. We got Tyler. Tyler has stood on a few before. Carlton McDonald has not yet had the honor, but looking to do so. And we are ready to go. Hope let's get it. Lead Carlton McDonald will give chase. Go out of the start chicane. Big burst of speed coming out the line. Tyler find that nice line to dive up on. Do angle up. Everything looking good. Carlton McDonald trying. Takes out that front inside clip, takes it long. As we come across that last outside zone for Tyler Mayer and Carlton McDonald. Wind up. That's not too supposed to be. Not bad.
Clips back where they were meant to be.
Not at all. As we go back to the replay to be Carlton. A little bit behind. I mean, Carlton took it with him. Awesome dive in there. Let's do a little bit more in his lead run coming up here.
Re-rack them, switch sides, and
ready for the second part of the winner to you. We have a decision off this mix. Guys on track to be a part of the celebration with us. Oh, Carlton McDonald the lead. Nice ground. Tyler meanwhile keeping nice pace with him. Very careful not to exceed the drop off. Now starting to fill up that. Carlton McDonald, picture perfect chase run. It in, showing that dominance in that chase.
said Tony, he is on the hunt. We know he's gunning for it, but Tyler Mayer, it doesn't matter who he's running with, and he is going to be knocking on the way around the track. Just watching him all the way through the third outer zone as the drivers pull up to the just a few minutes here to deliberate. If we do have a decision, we will the winner until we get down to the post.
I could watch Tyler all day. The way he just but man, awesome driving. Really. So judges announce that to you right away. We're going to invite you down onto the track to be a part of the Grip Royal Podium celebrations. Sponsored, of course, by Grip Royal, who makes our lovely Spec-D trophies. It's actually a steering wheel engraved with first, second, third place. It's a really cool piece of kit. Matt Ruzecki, I think, has one in his car, one on a sim rig. Where is he going to put the other one? Guaranteed at least one today.
In his seat time car, maybe he's going to have to get another sim rig.
Might have to get another daily to put it in. I don't know.
I guess we're going to have to find out if he's even going to get it. Let's see.
Maybe we'll ask him.
Maybe we can convince his fiance to get a drift car and she can put it in her car.
are here. We got Matt Ruzecki in your lead position. In your chase position will be Gaston Morrison. Woo, indeed. Here we go. Gaston versus Matt. Matt Ruzecki gonna fire it in. Nice snappy initiation here, giving Gaston lots to chew with. Huge smoke cloud developing off the back of those vehicles. Gaston Morrison trying to find a way to weasel in here. Nice transition off the back. Look at that proximity. Gaston on full attack right now. Matt Ruzecki trying to get away. Oh, a little bit into the wall there for both gentlemen, leaving body parts behind them. Look at that. Everything a final battle should have. Weather that we've seen all day long. As we go back to the replay, a little bit down, a little bit off. But now, a little bit off. But now cleaning up here for that little bit. Gaston has to back out of it and recheck it up. Come on, guys, this is the final battle. I need you guys on your feet, make some noise.
We're in the mountains. You can go for it. Let it out.
Last battle of the weekend. Last battle of the weekend. Here for Gaston Morrison, Matt Ruzecki trying to find a place to dive into the later side of it as we transition for a final time past that first inside come across the line. Show some love to these drivers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you onto the track to be a part of the Grip Royal Podium celebration. So we're going to open up that gate at the front there. If you guys can make your here. All right, we're going to have Nicole. It's been a long afternoon. Lots of drama, lots of action.
My husband knew nothing about drifting. And I was fortunate enough to get a ride along that day. And as soon as I got out of the car, I was hooked. So it's a full circle moment for me being here up in the booth with you, Tony. Thank you for having me today. Beside myself with excitement and nerves and joy watching these drivers put everything on the line here. I'm sure as the drivers are sitting in their cars waiting for the announcements to be made, they are full of jitters, full of excitement, full of adrenaline, just trying to keep it together until we get down there and announce our winners.
Yeah, this one was a pretty... really lends itself well here to Spec-D competition. I think there's a little bit of nerves coming into it, you know, maybe too small of a track, but I think just the right size, and I think it really put on a good show. So hopefully you guys in the house really liked it as we make our way out onto track. Hello, fans. Did you have a good one? I had a good one calling it for you guys. You guys were a great audience today. So we're going to give a chance to get everyone over here.
I'm going to give a special award to whoever has the best dance moves across the track.
Ooh, perfect. Across the track, though. That's the stipulation here. You can't show up here and dance. You got to have it across the track.
I'm seeing zero creativity right now. Come on, guys. Pull out your moves. Let's see. I know that the vibes are high. Excitement is high. Break it out. We've got Jeremy on the DJ booth over there spitting some tunes for you guys. I know that you have some boogies in those pants.
All right. Really? I mean, I expect that when it's me, but for Nicole guys, I expect you guys to be on better behavior. Come on now. That's all right. Let's bother some drivers. Tyler, Carlton, hi guys. Hello. Natalie, hi. How you doing? You good? Good.
Hey, if you get a chance to talk to Tyler today, make sure that you compliment him on his new racing suit. He seems to be checking it out right now. It's a beauty of a thing.
Pretty sharp. Matches his car. It's pretty nice.
Wave for the cameras.
That's right. Just smile and wave, buddy. Smile and wave. All right. Not too much more filler to go. Still looking for some dance moves, but you know. Oh, right there. We got one.
Oh yeah.
Busting
Look
it.
at that.
Busting it. There we go. There we go.
There's
Loving
my dance winners.
it. 1 of 1.
Oh,
Qualified P1,
yeah.
finished
Breaking
1.
out the moves.
Oh, now you got Ryan working security. That should go all right. So once again, you have attended the second round of Spec-D Drift Series in 2025. Spec-D is a Formula Drift Pro Spec licensing series made possible by Zestino Tires Canada, Devotion Tire, Grip Royal, Augmented Racing, JB's Power Center, 110 Hobbies, Kinetic Signs, Fish Tech Racing, and Yellow Speed USA. Live stream today has been put on by Still Real Productions, made possible by Electric Media, Drift Enthusiast Magazine, and Buddha FPV. So we'll get the rest of everybody over here. You know, don't want to leave anybody out. Nicole, any memorable highlights from the round of competition today?
Memorable highlights. I mean, what wasn't memorable here? All of these drivers were on point. Let me see. Let me check my notes here. I think I had circled or starred some of my favorites. Dakota and Tyler really putting on a show. I love the way that they were glued to each other the whole time. And Jesse Foote is always a blast to watch. And you know, what can you not say about Matt Rusecki? Like,
yeah,
he lays it all out on the line every single time. How do you choose? How do you choose a favorite? Do you choose a favorite?
Well,
Who's
I'm actually
yours?
going to make you do it. So if you had to pick a driver of the day, who impressed you the most out of anybody?
Driver of the day. Oh, gosh. Give me a second.
I'll go ahead and tell you mine.
Okay, tell me yours.
Definitely Dakota Jansen. I was very impressed with his first round of Spec-D competition. I don't know if it was the Pierogi fuel or what. But hey, just want to shout out, we got Wish Chelsea Denofa joining us as well here. Chelsea's here. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? How you doing, man? Didn't think we had the budget for you this round, but nice to see you. Right on.
Well, okay, I was going to say Dakota was my favorite, and you knew it, so you took him from me.
We can both have the same one. That's fine.
Okay, we'll agree. We'll agree. Dakota is top of my list today. I just think that he came out, gave it everything he had. I know he's worked super hard. Last year was a tough season for him. Rebuilt his car a bunch of times.
Oh, love it.
So just seeing him out here, like, doing what he's passionate about.
And driving the way that he was driving this weekend is, like, absolutely puts a smile on my face.
Couldn't say it any better, honestly. I think that's everything we need to say on that. So without further ado, I do have your finishing order here for you today for round 2 of Mountain Mayhem of the Spec-D Drift Series. Finishing in, oh man, where's that list again, Dustin? I'm just kidding. No one actually showed me. There we go. Okay, now I got it. In McDonald. Finishing in third.
And now, love that. Take a good V8 swap, Nissan. I'll have you know. 2025, your winner here tonight here for round 2 of Mountain Mayhem. These signs are coming crumbling down. The podium partner, Grip Royal, once again. Nice pictures of everybody before we let. Right. So we got 2 orders left to bid. Nice pictures of everybody before we let. Right. So we got 2 orders left to bid. Look all nice. Can't wait to stay dry for once too. So not.
All right, and we do have the, check out these trophies. They're really cool. Grip Royal has actually sponsored the Spec-D Drift Series for a few seasons now, and one of the things that they do for us is sponsor our podium, I guess the trophies? They are cool etched steering wheels, so we're going to have those steering wheels handed out, and we really need to take a picture for our Grip Royal sponsorship, so if we can get those Grip Royal steering wheels out there, if anybody can hear me that has access to those things. Cecilia, maybe? All right, give it up one more time for your podium finishers. Tyler Mayer, Gaston Morrison, and your winner here today, Matt Rusecki. A commanding lead in the championship as we head into round 3, Mission Raceway Park for July 13th and 14th. Make sure to join us that weekend as we come to the conclusion of our 2025 Spec-D season. But fret not, fans, we got one more surprise left for you in store. Would you guys like to see some burnouts? A little bit more tire smoke for everyone? All right, we're going to assume that was a yes. So what I'm going to need from the audience right quick is I need you guys just to go behind the barriers, either the left or the right side. Just need you guys in the infield behind the K-rails. Maybe. Possibly. No? Darn. It's all good. You've listened to me all day. I get it. But yeah, we're going to give you guys a really cool opportunity to get some awesome footage here of the victory burnouts. But we do ask that you guys clear the racing surface because you don't want to be next to these guys when they start getting popping off. Trust me. So I'll ask once again, all spectators, please leave the racing surface. Put yourself between a wall. Get a wall in between yourself and the race cars because it's about to get rowdy once again. Alrighty. Make sure to get back into safety here. We need you guys on the other side of a wall. We are going to do one more big old burnout here to close out the competition round here. There's still more drifting to go as well. Make sure to join us on track for the Pro Bro Down here tomorrow. Some of the pro drivers will still be out on track. Hopefully some grassroots drivers will join us as well. Should be a pretty fun time. Come on now. Let's get going. All right, for the final time, let's make some noise for your podium finishers here. And make sure they jump off the track because we're about to burn it down. This has been round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. Thank you very much for joining us here at Agassiz Raceway. Jeremy, would you like the honors?
Yes.
Very nice. And to the live audience, thank you for joining us here on the Spec-D YouTube channel. We'll see you online in time, another time, as we look forward to round 3 for the Mission Raceway final showdown of the Spec-D 2025 series.
Hey, this is Jared Deanda, the voice of Formula Drift, and we like to present to you the official Canadian Licensing Partner Series, Spec-D and BCDA Drift Series.
JB's was built in Alberta, the province with oil in its veins and horsepower in its heart. Founded more than 50 years ago by Jim Bell. Jim created JB's with an undying passion for making vehicles look and perform better. To this day, we still strive to provide the best range of aftermarket parts, including complete engine assemblies, performance parts, truck accessories, car audio, and remote starters. With a huge selection and a full team of enthusiasts, JB's Power Center has been an obvious choice for decades. JB's Power Center, parts for enthusiasts by enthusiasts.